think of a bird's nest, you probably picture a typical structure made of twigs and leaves, right? Well, it turns out some birds' nests are a bit more complicated than that. In the same way that we humans have different preferences when it comes to finding a home, different species of bird build their nests in different ways. Here is a list of incredible ways birds build their houses. Bowers are not nests. After the male dances, sings, and grovels along the ground, seemingly begging a female to accept him, after mating, the female builds a cup-shaped nest in a higher, more secluded location in a bush or tree hollow. She builds the nest alone, and being solely responsible for laying eggs, incubating, and feeding the young. Laying a clutch of 1 to 3 eggs, depending on the species, she incubates them for 12 to 15 days. The eggs are strikingly marked by scribbly lines of brown, gray, purple, and black, as if an artist had dribbled ink on them. These patterns probably help to camouflage the eggs. Many species of ovenbirds build a characteristic dome-shaped nest of clay, which resembles an old-style, wood-fired baker's oven, and is the basis of the common name of this group of birds. Depending on the species, the nest can be located on the horizontal branch of a tree, on a post, or on the ground. The nest is constructed of mud with plant fibers mixed in for greater strength. These materials are carried in the bill. The dome is about 12 inches in diameter, can weigh about 9 pounds, and is kiln-like in shape, with a deep, narrow entrance. There is an inner walled-off nesting chamber lined with grasses. Although old nests physically last for several years, ovenbirds construct a new structure for each brood. Some species of ovenbirds nest in an underground burrow or in a tree cavity. The rufous-fronted thornbird builds bulky communal nests out of thorny twigs and trees, with each pair having separate entrance and nesting cavity. Try to weave a basket out of grass or palm fronds? It's a bit difficult, right? Takes a while to get the hang of it. Well, what if you tried to weave a basket using just your mouth and starting out with one piece of grass? It'd be pretty tough, right? But that's nothing for the weaverbird. You might see a weaver ant nest, but have you ever seen a weaver bird nest? Weavers are small birds related to finches. They are an incredible 57 species of weavers, and all have their own style and strategies for building elaborate nests. But no matter the various styles or materials used, all are mind-blowing. Typically, it's the male birds that build these amazing nests as a way to woo females. The better the builder, the more likely he is to find a mate. Many species start out with just a single strand of plant fiber and begin the seemingly miraculous project from there. This is one of the structures built by animals that you might see caught on tape on the Animal World channel. Many species weave very fine nests using thin strands of leaf fiber, though some, like the buffalo weavers, form massive untidy stick nests in their colonies, which may have spherical woven nests within. The sparrow weavers of Africa build apartment house nests, in which 100 to 300 pairs have separate flask-shaped chambers entered by tubes at the bottom. Species weave unbelievable nests that have narrow entrances facing downward. Hammerkops are esteemed for their most amazing nests, which may contain material including sticks 1.5 meters in length and assortments of human debris such as bicycle tube tires. The nests are usually built in the main fork of a large tree near water, which is where the hammerkops earn a keep, specializing in feeding on frogs and tadpoles. The giant-sized mansion is constructed as a territorial marker to indicate to intruders that the region is occupied. Since it is constructed in a team effort by males and females, it may also serve to reinforce their pair bond. The animal home begins as a V-shaped cup in the fork of the tree, and the sides are gradually built up basket-like around the internal cavity. The roof is a real masterpiece and is constructed with one bird inside and one bird outside the nest. Sticks, reeds, and grass are added vertically and horizontally until the network is solid and a meter thick. So expert is the roof construction that it can support the weight of a fully grown man, let alone the usurpers such as Vera-nose eagle owls, and often occupy the roofs of the hammerkop's nest, using them as their own nests. This most amazing animal home is made of a slender, often descending branch, usually of deciduous trees like oak, hornbeam, birch, poplar, or hackberry, sometimes pine. Nests are usually 10 to 40 feet above the ground. Nests have also been found on loops of chains, wires, and extension cords. The nest is the size of a large thimble, built directly on top of the branch rather than in the fork. It's made of thistle or dandelion down held together with strands of spider silk and sometimes pine resin. The female stamps on the base of the nest to stiffen it, but the walls remain pliable. She shapes the rim of the nest by pressing and smoothing it between her neck and chest. The exterior of the nest is decorated, probably camouflaged with bits of lichen and moss. The nest takes 6 to 10 days to finish and measures about 2 inches across and 1 inch deep. These animals are found in every U.S. state except Hawaii and much of Canada and northern Mexico. These adaptable birds have been studied closely for centuries, and their nests are of particular interest given their colossal size and weight. These animal-built houses are constructed with care and attention over the course of 1 to 3 months. Nest building is very much a cooperative process, though the female often takes the lead in building the nest while the male supplies materials. The standout feature of a bald eagle nest is size. The average nest measures around 1.2 to 1.5 meters in diameter and 60 to 100 centimeters deep. Bald eagles add around 1 to 3 feet of new material to the nest every year. The largest bald eagle nest found in St. Petersburg, Florida, 2.89 meters in diameter, 6 meters deep, and weighed almost 3 tons. Despite their majesty, bald eagles are pretty lazy and spend a lot of time in their nests. As the name suggests, the swiftlet builds a nest that is not only edible for humans, but is considered a rare delicacy. The nest, which is built of the bird's saliva, solidifies into a 6 centimeter long, 1.5 centimeter deep dish-like structure that eventually holds 2 eggs. Each pair of swiftlets spit about 10 grams of saliva to build the nest. The salivary glands enlarge during the nest building process. When exposed to sunlight, the white nest blends a golden hue. Because of this, the nest is often referred to as white gold. It is also priced like it, at a whopping $4,000 per kilogram. The nest was discovered to be an aphrodisiac and a delicacy in Chinese cuisines. Soups made from the nest is considered to be especially tasty. This very unique feature of the bird has led to its downfall too. Leaving aside all natural predators, the biggest predator for the edible nest swiftlet turned out to be humans, who went on an unbridled harvesting spree. Sometimes not considering the size and age of the chicks, the nests are harvested for profit. In the 90s, illegal nest harvesting resulted in almost 80% of their population being wiped out. The swiftlet was eventually added to our endangered species list.